I'm Ian Baker, and today we're going to go over the 2019 Alpha Wolf 26DB. This is a double bunk model. You have the rear double over double bunks here. You have two entrances, one of course into the main living area, the other one into the second bathroom, and you get a super slide with a U-dinette as well as a sofa. Let's start off right here in the kitchen. So you'll see that you have big countertop space, even though most of it is back here. I wish they were able to move the sink a little bit so you had a little more prep space here, but either way, you still do have a lot of extra countertop space there, and you get this beautiful stainless steel undermount sink. You can see it has the apron front right here, which I absolutely love. Really gives it a cool look, you know, something that they kind of pulled out of the residential market. You'll also see that they have the high-rise faucet. Underneath, you have two LED lights as well as an electrical outlet in case you need to plug in like a coffee maker or anything. You have the window there and this decorative backsplash as well. They do give you the recessed cooktop with the glass cover, so you can use this as prep space. This, of course, folds up and back just like so, opening up those three burners. You also see the knobs are lit up here. You can turn them off if you so choose. And then you have an oven right underneath. Underneath the sink here, open that up. Not a ton of space, but you know, there is a tiny bit of space in there. I'm not exactly sure what you can put in there, but maybe something. And then over to this side here, you have two full extension drawers. So you have space for your flatware as well as any other utensils you need to put in there, like big serving spoons, spatulas, things like that. Storage right up top with the fluted glass helps break up that wood look a little bit. You'll see microwave over to this side. Directly underneath is your hood with a light and a fan. Dometic fridge freezer combo right over here to this side. Of course, freezer up top there. You have a little cutout for some of your taller items. This unit does run off both propane and electric and also has automatic switchover. Your thermostat is right here. This does control both your ducted AC as well as your ducted heat. And then you have a pantry right next to that. Plenty of room in here for, you know, a lot of your pots and pans and other food items. Plus, I like the fact that it has a light in there so you can see at night. And a little glass insert, you know, saying pantry on there. Just kind of adds a little flair. Right back here is the bathroom. Starting off right here with the sink and vanity, you'll see that the sink is a very large bowl, which I like. That way as you're washing your hands, you know, you're not getting water splattering all over the place. You see your electrical outlet there. You have a mirrored medicine cabinet right up top. And then right down below here, you don't really have much storage. Maybe you can get something to fit there, but more than anything, it is access to plumbing. Right here is your foot flush lever toilet. It is a porcelain bowl, so it's a lot easier to keep clean, looks nicer, longer, and you definitely have plenty of room both for your legs as well as the shoulders. Straight ahead of me here is the secondary entrance, which, you know, I know it freaks some people out, but you'll see there isn't a window or anything there, so obviously no one's going to see you. You can lock the door. The thing I love about it, though, is whether it's yourself, friends, family, the kids, they can come in, use the bathroom, and head right back out, and they're not bringing dirt throughout the entire camper. Right over here is the shower. You'll see they have a higher threshold on the shower here, so that way your curtain is staying in the shower. It's not flying out all over the place. Hand wands, some shelves. As far as height here, just give you a frame of reference, I'm 6 foot. If you're much taller than 6'1" or so, you're probably going to have to bend down to shower in here. Any shorter, though, and you should be fine. You also have a big vent fan right here to quickly help moisture escape. So take a look right here in the back. You have the double over double bunks, Teddy Bear Bunk Series, 300-pound weight capacity per bunk. The thing I love is you have a standard electrical outlet as well as dual USB ports in both. So what that means is, you know, on the rainy days, the kids have a place to entertain themselves, or if you have like a friend's weekend, you know, the adults can sleep in this bunk as well. You have plug-ins. Even if they have to bring like a CPAP machine, you can still plug it in here in the bunks, which is awesome. You also have a ladder so you can climb up onto the top bunk. This pulls out and down just like so. And then you have an electrical outlet right down there, which is a perfect location if you have to plug in like a vacuum or something like that. It's an excellent spot for it. Or if you're sitting in the dinette and need an electrical outlet, you can certainly use that as well. The U-shaped dinette here has a really cool pattern to it. You can kind of see this almost like gray denim that they have. I really do like the pattern that they used on here, you know, especially when everyone else is using like a leatherette. But it is a big U-dinette. You can easily sit 4 people here, and you can drop that down into a bed. So if you need additional sleeping space, you can easily sleep 2 adults on here. Another cool thing is this storage. Check this out. So even though it's not on glides, you have to lift this up to be able to pull it out. Folks, you get massive storage underneath, and You know, it's super easy to access. You don't have to get down your hands and knees to pull this stuff out. I think that is definitely the way to maximize the storage underneath the U-dinette right there. The lights are kind of cool. You can see you kind of have like little air bubbles trapped in here. You have the one right up top, matches the wall sconce. You have windows all the way around with roller shades there as well. Right over here is your jackknife sofa. You see you have armrests on the side. You also have this center console that can drop down there with 2 cup holders. And then when we lift this up, you see huge storage underneath, which is perfect for some of your larger items. Now right up front, you have 2 doors to get up into the bedroom, which is good because you don't have a ton of room to really shimmy when you get in there, you'll see. But that way you can enter either side of the bed. Entertainment center right here in the center. What you do is you mount this right to the back of your TV. You can kind of move this all over the RV that way. I'll show you that in a little bit. Then you have your connections right up top here. You'll also see that you have this, and I'll show you when we hook up the TV in the bedroom, you can take those same cables, run them up, and plug them right into those same connections. Right underneath is the multimedia center right there. You also have this switch, so this one runs on 30 amp service. So you'll see right down underneath here you have the fireplace, and that's what this switch controls. One side will be the fireplace, the other the microwave. Fireplace is awesome though, folks. It looks great, and it also helps take the chill off in the space without burning propane. When you step into the bedroom, right in the center is the queen bed, looking nice and comfy. And underneath here you have big storage. So if you have some larger items, it's a great spot to fit them. You'll see currently right in there is the tire cover. On both sides of the bed you have mirrored wardrobe. You can see the hanging rod. And you also have a nightstand there with an electrical outlet as well as dual USB ports. You'll also see across the top we have storage here with the fluted glass, and that's good storage going all the way across. Right up here is the TV mount. So as I mentioned, you can take that same TV from the living room, pop it out, drop it right in here instead, run those cords through, and now you have TV in the bedroom. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the Alpha Wolf 26DB. Right up front is your power tongue jack. This makes it a lot easier to hook up and disconnect from your tow vehicle. Simply flip the switch to raise and lower the tongue. You'll also see that you have a light right here in case you needed some added visibility at night. And then directly behind that, you have a manual override in the rare event that this does fail. Right here, you have 2 20-pound propane tanks with the cover. And then back a little bit further, you have rails for your battery. Coming up the front here is diamond plating, helping to protect the front end from some of the rocks and debris that'll get thrown up by your tow vehicle. And right above that is your 3/4 front cap. You'll see that you do have a switch right here to turn on your docking lights, which does provide a little bit of visibility, but more than anything, just looks really cool. So we come around to the side. You'll see that this one also has solar prep on here. So if you want solar, simply buy the portable panels, plug it in right there. It's already pre-wired and it'll trickle charge your battery. The pass-through on here is a side opening door, and folks, it is a huge pass-through. Take a look in there. That's a lot bigger than you get in most travel trailers. You'll see you have a big door too, not just wide, but also tall. So that way, if you have some larger items, chances are you can probably fit them in there. Power stabilizer jacks on the Alpha Wolf. That front control there will control the front 2. There's one in the back to control the rear 2. Another thing that you don't see is underneath this one does have a fully enclosed and insulated underbelly to help keep out a lot of the road grime and also help keep your tanks and water lines a little bit warmer during cold weather. You'll see a huge power awning on here, covers pretty much the entire length of the camper. Touch a button to roll that out, same thing to have it roll right back in, and there's an LED light strip on there so you have light at night. We take a look at the entryway. You do have 2 entrances on this RV. The main one being right here. You get the MORryde step above step system with the extended grab handle here. The rear one has your standard grab handle, but the nice same steps. That's very rare. A lot of times manufacturers will give you the upgraded steps on one, but not on the other. But folks, if you haven't seen these steps, they're absolutely fantastic. I'm over 200 pounds. I can jump on these things. They hardly flex. They also have aluminum treads on there, so the treads won't rust out. You have grip tape on there too. Like I said, the foldable grab handle here is great because it does give you some extra control when entering or exiting the RV. Right over here, you kind of have, like a pseudo outside kitchen, if you will. You can drop this down, gives you a little bit of prep space right here, which is kind of cool. And my favorite part is the fact that it houses an outside refrigerator, so that way I can have some condiments or beverages stowed away right there. You also see you have an electrical outlet right in there just in case you need to plug anything else in. If you want to set up like a little electric griddle or something like that, you can certainly do so. Aluminum alloy wheels here, absolutely gorgeous. They will continue to be so because aluminum doesn't rust. And you'll also see these little guys, which are great. They keep track of your tire pressure, so as long as it's green, your tire pressure is good. If it flicks over to red, then you know that you have to air up your tires before you head out on that trip. Just like you could move the TV from the living room to the bedroom, you can do the same thing, move it from the living room right out here, hook it up there. You'll see your cable hookups right here, satellite hookup, as well as your electrical outlet, and then you're all set, good to go. If you want to jam out to some music, you can do that too, as you have the speakers right here. And next to that is the black tank flush. It has nothing to do with the entertainment center. I know it's nearby, but the black tank flush is cool because when you're done dumping out your black tank, a lot of times there's a bunch of nasty stuff that gets left behind. What you do is you take a hose, you hook it up right here. There's sprayers built in that black tank, and it will wash everything out for you. Also, you have an outside shower with hot and cold water access and a hand wand on the camp side. This is pretty rare. Most times this will be on the off-door side, sometimes on the back. But I love when it's on the campsite because of the easy accessibility. So, you know, the kids come back from the beach, you want to wash your feet off before they head inside, grab that hand wand, you can wash your feet off, head right in, wash the dog, wash your hands, whatever you want. But I do like that's there. And as I mentioned, this secondary entrance here does go right into the bathroom. If you want to cook outside, there is a propane quick connect hiding down here. If you can see it, it's right there, right behind the steps. So if you know, you want to do some grilling, you can kind of sneak it in there, plug it in, have the grill here, be able to do some cooking. You'll also see the power stabilizer control right here. As I mentioned, that is for the rear two stabilizer jacks. And in the back is your square tubular bumper with the end caps. Pop that end cap off, gives you a convenient spot to store your sewer hose. Mounted to that is your tire here. As I showed you, there is a cover for that inside. Great thing about this though, folks, probably one of the easiest places to access the spare tire. You don't have to get down underneath the RV to get to it. You'll also see right up top, backup camera prep. So if you want a backup camera on here, having the prep makes it easier to install, meaning it'll save you money on labor. Coming around to the side, right here is your cable hookup as well as your satellite hookup. Directly underneath, 30 amp power cord. This is where that plugs in at. As I mentioned, even though it does have a fireplace, you have the switch to switch between the microwave and the fireplace. That way it can stay 30 amp. You'll also see you have fresh water inlet up top to fill your fresh tank, city water inlet right down below, and they managed to give you some good extra storage out here. All right, folks, and that wraps it up. Again, this is the 2019 Alpha Wolf 26DB. If you're interested in this travel trailer and you'd like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.